Welcome to BlackScreenStories. My name is Austin. If you know me, you know I've had a few concussions my junior year of football. As I mentioned in, I believe, one of my first videos where I talked about skipping the entire summer practice between sophomore and junior year of high school, I talked about how I got a few concussions and that I didn't have to play senior year. Here's a story about those concussions. At the start of freshman year, I was really excited for baseball. I just came off, back-to-back championship for the flag football Super Bowl, and I was excited to get into high school football. It was fun, but I really didn't have that much fun. And at the end of the year, I was telling my parents, hey, I really don't want to play football anymore. They're like, no, you're going to play football. It's like, okay, sophomore year. Had less fun, and because I wasn't enjoying myself, I wasn't trying. Because I wasn't trying, I wasn't playing. And because I wasn't playing, I wasn't enjoying myself. It's a never-ending cycle. So at the end of sophomore year, I'm like, hey, parents, I am not enjoying this anymore. I don't want to play football next year. They said you have to. Didn't go to practice that entire summer. Played the first game. Never even stepped on the field. That's fine. I want to say it was that Wednesday practice for week 2. We were doing a drill. Just normal offense drill since I was since I was the offensive line and a backup, I was just standing there with a bag, pretending to be the defense during the offensive drills. Jeez, I cannot talk today. Our offensive coach was our head coach's brother, who got recently fired from a different high school because he couldn't do his job. So, of course, we decided to take him. Nepotism at its finest. And we were using the shield pads. If you play football, you know what I'm talking about. It's a rectangle. It has 2 little handles for you to hold. And you hold in front of you, and when the person goes to block, they hit the pad and you brace yourself. That's not what our coach wanted to do. No. This coach, instead of holding them on their handles, he wanted us to place them flat against our chest and just hold the bottom. So we don't brace for impact, we just take it full front in the chest. I was telling my dad about this, and he's like, why are you doing that, stupid? I'm like, yeah, I know, Father. He's like, well, don't do it. I'm like, I have to. The first few practices, after he implemented this new way of holding the bags, he yelled at people and made them run. So I'm not going to run for a stupid reason. Yes, he's wrong, but he's the coach, and I'm 16? And I'm 16. I have no authority. So we're doing practice. I was being the right defensive end, bringing up right in front of our left tackle, and I'm holding the bag in front of me. They run a drill, or they run a play, and all our plays were runs. We never passed the ball. I don't even know how we ever won a game. So we're doing a run, and the tackle, he doesn't do his job right. So the coach goes over to him and yells at him, hey, you see the guy in front of you? Me. You have to hit him. He is your person to hit. And I'm thinking, oh, that's not good. Because this tackle had terrible anger problems, and as soon as the coach was done yelling at him for being a failure, I could see it, we didn't make eye contact, but I can see his eyes, and I'm like, oh, this isn't good. So they run the same play. They call hike, and he is a good 6 inches taller than me. He lowers his helmet, and I take the crown of his helmet right to my face mask. He hits me, I get stunned, he hits me again, and I fall to my back. I was on the ground going, wow, that hurt. That really hurt. Oh, this really hurts. Stand up, and I'm thinking, well, practice is almost done. Let's just at least get through this drill. Finish the drill, I go to coach and said, hey, my head hurts. I'm going to go see the trainer. And the coach is like, oh, thanks for at least waiting for the end drill. I'm like, yeah, no problem, bud. Go see a trainer, get put on the concussion protocol, and I was on that protocol from, I want to say, almost a month, because every time I would move up at the next step, I would get headache again, and you have to restart, which I wasn't totally against because it just gave me more excuse to not practice. Then I came back after missing over half of the season with this concussion. Come back one day, have practice, nothing really happens. The next day of practice, so this is day 2 of being officially back, we're doing the same exact drill. I grabbed a bag and I'm thinking, alright, let's play linebacker or safety or something. But no, by the time I get there, the only spot left is defensive end, right in front of our tackle again. And as soon as I went in front of him, I went, oh, this is not going to be good. So, they run a play. Again, tackle doesn't do his job. Coach yells at him. He gets mad. I'm scared, and I'm thinking, okay, as soon as they call hike, I'm going to try to essentially run away, but kind of like run towards the ball instead of just standing in front of him. That was not a good idea. They call hike. I take essentially one step to my left, and I take his crown of a helmet right onto my ear hole. Knocks me down. I went, that hurt. Again, I would say even worse. Did not feel good. Got up. I don't even think I finished drill. Went back to the trainer, said, hey, happened again. I'm hurt. And I was on the concussion protocol for the rest of the season. Luckily, we didn't go far in the playoffs. I don't even know if we made it that year. And the rest is history. Oh, that was awful. And of course, I tell my father what happened. And he's like, well, why'd you hold it back then? Because I had to. Well, you shouldn't have. Dad, you're not getting this. I had to. There wasn't an option. Oh, I hated that guy. He was just a monster. Couldn't control his anger. And one day during, on Saturday, when we were just watching the film of the game, he had to blow his nose, but there was no tissue, so we just used he took off his sweater? Pullover? Yeah. He took off his pullover, and he just used that to blow his nose, and I thought that was pretty gross. Yeah, I was hurt a lot during high school. Oh, funny enough, a few years later, it was Sunday, I was at my grandmother's, we were having breakfast after church, and I was talking about my concussion, I'm like, yeah, that really hurt. And my grandma goes, oh, but those weren't real. I went, what? Like, yeah, you were faking them. No, I legit had 2 concussions. She thought I was faking it because my father told her I was, because my father believed that I was faking it so I didn't have to play. Thanks, Dad, for lying to your mother about me. So when I told her, no, I wasn't faking it, I really had brain damage, it hurt, she was like, oh, well, I thought you were faking it. I'm like, no, I wasn't. Another quick one, just because it's at least topical. Since I was hurt all the time, I was talking to the trainer, and he would talk in the most monotone voice. His name started with an N, so I just call him N. I would be like, hey, N. Hey, Austin. How you doing today? Pretty good. It was just a awesome time to talk to him. So sophomore year now, we're doing practice, and one of the receivers, he gets hurt. He legit tore his ACL, MCL, and meniscus. Legit one play in practice because he was a backup receiver. Legit first play gets hurt. So the coach is like, hey, we need someone to go get N. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm literally not even doing anything. So I run over to N. I'm like, hey, N. Hey, Austin. What's wrong this time? Oh, it's not me this time. It's actually someone else. So then me and him could go to the other kid who broke his knee. Oh, good times. Whenever anyone would get hurt, any sport, we'd always just yell, N! As a joke. Like, he would never be able to hear it. We're all just joking, like, oh, we need a medic! Those are fun. So yeah, if your child doesn't want to continue in a sport after the season's already over, don't make them. Otherwise, they get hurt. Because they don't care anymore. Wouldn't recommend. If you enjoyed this video, see you next time.